going to tell me which picture to put, which picture not to put. You're not. Do you forget that you're talking to your parents? Today we're going to study about the importance of the obligation of Kibud Urim. Ladies and gentlemen, you are lucky to come here tonight because you're going to hear so much about one of the most important mitzvot that exist. Kibud Urim. First of all, why do we have a parents in the first place? What's it? No, but why my question is so difficult? Is so hard? Why my question is valid questions? My question to you is, why do we have a parents in the first place? Anyone here can answer these questions. Why do we need a parents?
To fulfill the mitzvah of Kibbud Aim.
If you weren't with their parents, they'll
You give me money, and he said, I'm giving you money to give myself. Don't give me and don't ask me. Don't give me and don't ask me. Don't give me parents, I don't have to fulfill mitzvah. Beautiful, but why did that? You're forcing me to have parents and then you tell me? No. Yes? What's the answer?
If we learn to respect our parents, we can respect Hashem.
What's the proof? Beautiful. If you know the answer. If you know the answer, free breakfast, you and your two friends. An Urban Express, anything you want. Sponsored by Daniel Shaman. Daniel is in a good mood. Anything you want. Beautiful. By the way, beautiful. You heard the answer? You heard, ladies, you heard the answer? You see, Adam, my question is a strong question, it's because Adam and Eve had no parents. So why do we need the parents? The first human being and the first lady created with no father and mother, right? So why do we need the parents? God can continue to create us with no parents. Original made, not copy-paste, not came from China. My son look exactly like me. My oldest son, you know why? Because in that time I was a rabbi in China. Ni Homa, Ni Hayao, Tai Kuchka. And being a rabbi in Hong Kong, my son act, speak, and look until now, 21 years old. Working like a rabbi like this. Every move that I'm doing, he's doing. You know why? Made in China. You know what's the problem in China? That the copy is always better from the original. Ladies, you know why we need the parents? God made us direct. Shlomo, the Almighty God, will give you a long and healthy life for organize this beautiful class, taking upon yourself. And this year, you're going to get married. We're going to hear Kol Sason v'Kol Simcha, Kol Chatan v'Kol Kadeh. Shlomo, your name is Shlomo Matatov, and I approve this message. Esh. Shlomo, you know why we need parents? Today the topic is the importance of Kibud Urim. What's your name? Rachel. Tzadeket. Rachel Tzadeket. Rachel, you said beautiful. Why that Adam and Eve made the mistakes? Why Adam made the mistakes? You know what's the mistakes of Adam? What's the mistake of Adam? That he ate from the tree? What is the mistakes of Adam?
He listened to his wife?
Yes. That's one of the mistakes.
Daniel, you want to get married, please. You're a good guy, please. Wait. He didn't mean it, you know. I don't know when he heard that subject. Maybe old tradition. It's Babo Kulon. I don't know where he got it from. But it's definitely not the new Daniel Kapara. Driving Tesla and saying such statements doesn't fit, you know. Baruch Hashem. No. No, you know what's the mistakes? The mistake was like this. What's the mistakes of Adam? Not that he ate.
He blamed.
He blamed who?
He blamed his wife.
No.
He blamed Hashem for giving him a wife like Chava.
Rachel.
Wow.
Wow.
On fire.
Rabbanit, huh?
She's on fire.
Clap your hands. כל הכבוד, wow. Which school you study?
I went to Shava. Opa.
That is your answer.
I approve this message. Shavach is a good school. Amazing. Ladies, you hear that? The mistakes of Adam HaRishon, he didn't blame his wife. He blamed Borei Olam. God, is your fault that they made the mistakes. Aisha asher natata imadi. Why you give me this woman? You give me the woman, she convinced me to listen to her. I ate, and because of that, and God said, I don't understand. You blaming me? I gave you the best gift in your life. The wife of a human being is the best gift. Lo tov Binyamin, lo tov heyot ha'adam levado. It's not good to be alone. The reason that we need to get married is in order to have the gift of God. I know it for 23 years. The greatest gift that I got is to be married. I'm giving you a gift and you blame me from the gift? Aisha, Rashi write it. Aisha, Borei Olam, is you fooled. Why do you give me the wife? Why that Adam HaRishon blame God? How do you call it, David, how do you call it in English? When you blame someone else that did only good in your life. Ungrateful. Very nice. You know how ungrateful, lack of appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming to Monday night, the Gate of Trust. Today is one day after Purim, Shushan Purim. The topic of today is Kibud Urim. We ask questions. The question is, why do we need the parents? Adam and Eve came with no parents. The answer that we gave, or actually Rachel gave, is because when you have no parents, why do we need the parents? Why do we need? To have appreciation. And if you respect your parents, you will respect Hashem. What's the connection? Very simple. Adam HaRishon, Adam and Eve, when God made Adam had lack of appreciation, ungrateful human being. Haman, Amin Ha'etz. Do you see what's that? Haman HaRasha came from the word Amin Ha'etz, from the tree. What's the connection? Haman HaRasha was also ungrateful. Everything that Haman HaRasha had is because of Mordechai. And the reason that Haman HaRasha was alive is because of who? Because of who? Because of Shaul HaMelech. You know Shaul HaMelech? King Saul, you know it? King Saul is Babo Kolom of Shaul HaMelech, of Mordechai. King Saul, Shaul HaMelech, is the grandfather, Babo Kolom, of Mordechai Yehudi. Agag is the Babo Kolom of who? Haman HaRasha. Shaul HaMelech had the ability to kill him. He left him one... Please, if I can ask all of you to put your phone in mute. It's the last time I'm asking, please. I have all the music, I see, Baruch Hashem. In a second, I'm going to start to dance. We're in Purim. I love it. Every phone is different music. Now, the reason that Amalek was alive and had time to bring children, because Shaul HaMelech gave him extra life, extra day. So instead of saying thank you, Haman HaRasha is going to kill the child that his grandfather is the reason that he's alive. How do you call it? Ungrateful. That one came from who? From Adam HaRishon. Adam HaRishon and his sin was the first lack of appreciation, ungrateful. The worst people to deal with. So God told them, you know why? You know why you're ungrateful? Because you never had parents. What I'm going to do in the next generation? I will create children from Adam and Eve. This way, כותב ספר החינוך. מתוך שמכיר טובה לאביו ואמו, מכיר טובה למי שאמר והיה עולם. You know what I said? Now that you have Ima and Abba, they are the one that raise you. They are the one that change the diapers. They are the one that pay tuition. They are the reason that you are alive. You're going to recognize good to your parents, right? If you're going to recognize good to your parents, you're going to recognize good to who? To the Almighty God. We need intermediate to teach us how to have appreciation. The reason that we have a parents is in order to teach us to have appreciation. Now that you have appreciation, you're going to have appreciation to anyone that's doing good to you, especially the Almighty God. So this is the reason. What's the second question is, what's the connection between parents to Purim? Do you know what's the connection between parents to Purim? Gentlemen, do you know the answer? What's the connection to honoring your parents to Purim? ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו.
Amen.
I will tell you what. Well, Esther HaMelkah, and Mordechai. What is unique about Esther HaMelkah and Mordechai? Very simple. Esther HaMelkah had no parents. Her father died when she is pregnancy, when the mother was pregnant, and the mother died in the day of delivery. Meaning, Esther HaMelkah had no parents, not even one day. She was orphans from the day that she came to the world. Why God choose the Redeemer to be orphans? Why did Esther HaMelkah to be orphans? Now, Mordechai, what did we say? איש יהודי היה בשלום ברע, ושמו מרדכי בן יאיר בן קיש בן איש ימיני. מה זה איש ימיני? איש ימיני is what? From the tribe of Binyamin. How many tribes we have? How many tribes we have? 12, right? Which Binyamin is what? The last one, right? So why is it so important for us to know that Mordechai came from Binyamin? I will tell you why. And it's very important for you to know. Ladies and gentlemen, Binyamin is the only tribes that never made Avera and Kibbutz Urim. You know why? How do I know that? All the brothers sold Yosef HaTzadik. They caused their parents, their father, to sit down on the floor, to be Avel, a mourner, for over 22 years. 23 years the father sitting down, Shiva on a son that's still alive. A broken heart father, that his son was kidnapped, claimed that, like now in October 7. How many parents cannot sleep at night, knowing that the son is in Gaza, and they're not sure if he's dead or alive? Yaakov Avinu was sitting down Shiva, not for 7 days, over 22 years. Because of who? Because of who? His own children. And Yosef HaTzadik was alive. He became the second most powerful human being in the world history. Why you don't send a message to your father? Abba, I am alive. No, I have many explanations to give you. But one wants to say, I don't care about the explanation. Your father is sitting down Shiva. Send the message. All the brothers did Avera and what? Kibbutz Urim. There was only one child that didn't do it. You know what's the name? Binyamin. You know why? No, Yosef HaTzadik also did it. Do you know? Yosef HaTzadik spoke Lashon Hara under his brothers. Do you know why Binyamin didn't do it? Because Binyamin was not exist. Eliyahu, it was not exist. When the brothers saw Yosef HaTzadik, where Binyamin was? It was not, no, it was not exist. It was maybe in the stomach, maybe even before. It was not exist. So Daniel, if it was not exist, he never do it. Because of that, and Israel, the land of Israel divided to 12 parts. And which part Beit HaMikdash got built? In which part? The first Beit HaMikdash, the second Beit HaMikdash, and the last one that come from Shamayim. Which part? Binyamin part. Do you know that Yerushalayim Beit HaMikdash was the tribe of Binyamin? Why Binyamin? Because Binyamin is the only one that didn't do Avera and Kibbutz Urim. Do you know why the Goyim have power against us? Do you know which mitzvah the Goyim is expert? That we need to study from Goyim? When the Gemara said, can you go and teach me Kibbutz Urim? Masechet Kiddushin, Daf Lamed. Go and teach me Kibbutz Urim. What the Gemara said? They had one Goy in Ashkelon. His name is Dama ben Atina. Dama ben Atina, one time, the rabbi came to him and they needed one of the 12 stones. You remember the 12 stones? It was one stone that fell down or was missing, and they needed urgent. Why did they need it urgent? Binyamin, why did they need the stone urgent? Beautiful. Because when they had the questions to go to war or not, they had to ask questions. And the stone was combination, light, And to that, there are no answers. Missing stone, that's it, there's no answer. So they need the stone. They came to Dama Benatina, a goy. The Gemara said they offer him 600,000 coins. I don't know, coin of silver. Most likely a few $1 million over a stone. Imagine yourself, you're coming in and you get $6 million or maybe $60 million over a stone. Are you going to sell the stone, yes or no? Even if the stone is your marriage, right?
No.
What no? We are Jews. You're going to buy another thing, right? No, but you get the stone of your husband, he bought it for you, $20,000. Nice, huh? Beautiful. A minute later, somebody offer you $200,000. What do? Are you going to ask your future husband or not? Depends who you ask. Daniel, tell her to sell it. Sell it. Don't ask me. Sell it. Don't worry. After that, I'm going to buy you a brand new car and a brand new stove and a new house. We're going to put the deposit on the house. Don't worry. Just sell it. Why do you have to wait, right? The guy came in and got an offer. Few $1 million on a stone. And his father was sleeping. I'm sorry. I cannot sell you the stone. My father is sleeping. Imagine yourself, you get offered business and the key of the business is under the pillow of your father. And the profit is $20,000. What are you going to do to your father? He's going to fly in there. Hashem, you see the father. Imagine as if the profit is 200,000. Why? Shlomo, the father. Now for $20 we sell the fathers. $20, the goy. $6 million is on the project, and he said, I'm sorry. The rabbi thought that he's joking. He said, there's no way. He said, okay, you know what? We're going to offer you 1.2 million coins. Not 600,000, we double the price. He said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to sell it. My father is sleeping. If you cannot wait, you cannot wait. We're going to offer you triples. He said, which no you didn't understand? The first no, the second no. A goy is telling the Jews, listen, I'm sorry, I cannot do it. Kibud Urim. The Gemara said that the rabbi left. He lost the deal. He lost few $1 million because he didn't want to wake up his father. Now, my question to you is not that the guy is a hero. The Gemara said another story on the same Dama Benatina. Dama Benatina was a rich man. If he had the ability to lose few $1 million, most likely he had some money, right? Now, the Gemara said he was one of the most important people. One day he was sitting down next to all the ministers. What exactly happened? His mother, she was cuckoo. She came in, she was screaming at him. She was spitting on him. She embarrassed him in public. Not giving a comment in the picture that you put in status. That you're flipping on your mother, you're screaming, you're shouting. Embarrass you in public in front of the weddings when everybody look at you. Now, not only that, she was so cuckoo, she took the flip-flop. You know the flip-flop? The course, how they call it? Look at the shoes. Tabushka? Tabushka, I love it. She took the tabushka and she gave them, she said, Jonam, Bazam, Jonam. She's giving them in front of everybody. Now, during the passion, the Gemara said the shoes fell down. You know what Dama did? He said, Ima, 1 second. He gave the shoes 1 second. She gave it to him. This is, we're laughing now, we don't believe it. This is how far a person has to go for Kibud Urim. Wow. My question to you is, why did the Gemara bring in example of a goy? What is Kibud Urim? Let's go to this goy. What, is no Jewish people that respecting the parents? I don't know, we cannot find a Jew. Rabban Gamliel, the chief rabbi of the world, one of the biggest rabbi in the world history, every time his mother used to walk, he used to go like this, and she used to step on him in order to go to the bed and coming down. He used to go in with the foot, with the hand, and give his mother to walk, God forbid, until she's putting the shoes, that the leg not going to be in the floor. Today, your father or your mother ask you to make tea. First of all, it's such a chutzpah that they have to ask you. But if they ask you to make twice, why are you asking only me? They have other brothers. I'm the black sheep. I always knew that I have Ain Hara Negara. You never like me. From the minute I came from your room, you never like me. Why? So, psychology. What you asking your child just to make tea? Imagine as if you're asking to make lunch. Why? For tea you got 25 minutes of rebuke. Last time. Or some of you that they're a little more polite. What do you do that you don't want to make tea? You take you 25 minutes to make the tea. Meaning you went to China and you came back. The guy, where is the tea? Why? Because this is the last time he's going to ask you. The Pele Yoetz right. If a human being knew how important is this mitzvah, he will come to his parents and say, Ima, I'm your only daughters. The rest one is bonus. Anything you need, you ask only me. Only me. That's it. I don't want to share this mitzvah with no one. I have 8 brothers and sisters. My wife asked me, why you're the only one? Now, Baruch Hashem, all of them is righteous, all of them is helping. But when my father, Ahmad Kalam, was in the hospital, I left my community, being a rabbi. I left my wife and 4 children. 4 children, and sleep in the hospital next to my father. 24 hours. Anyone that touched my father got bonus, got tips. All the nurse was handing in only my father. Nobody knew why. It cost me a lot of money. I made sure that he's going to showers and this and anything that he needed. It was always the first priority. And they knew that the bed, my mattress on the floor, is next to him. Nobody can touch it. They got a lot of money to give me such authorization. It's not legal even. You're not allowed to do it, but money can fix a lot of things. Even in Israel, not only in Russia or Mexico City. Also in Israel, Baruch Hashem. And I was there for 8 months. My brother asked me, can we also sleep? I said, no. I want to do it. Nobody sleep. Only me. The author is only one person. No, Asher, give us a... No, I'm sorry. The Pele Yoetz right. If you know how important is Kibbud Urim, you're going to ask your mother or father, Abba, only me. Don't ask nobody. Don't ask. Come in, Abba, do you need coffee? Ima, do you need tea? Abba, do you need a I want to make you breakfast. Sit down. The rooms, I'm fixing my rooms. I'm fixing everybody's rooms. I'm doing the plates. I'm running in Shabbat to prepare the tables. If you know how important is Kibbud Urim, the Gemara is bringing Goyim. What, the Goyim is better from us? I don't understand. We need to find a Goy. I saw a beautiful explanation. I believe that the Maharsha writes. You know why the Gemara bring Goyim? The Maharsha or the Rashba. Do you know why the Gemara bring the Goy? Dama Benatina? His mother is beating him down in public. Embarrass him. Spit on him. Curse him in public. And he doesn't. And this is Halakha b'Shulchan Aruch. B'Halachot Kibbud Urim. This is the Halakha. If your parents embarrass you in public, you have to be quiet. You cannot respond. And accept the mitzvah of Borei Olam. And read. Even if they spit on you. Even if they beat you down. Nothing. You don't respond. Our parents never beat us down. Our parents never embarrass us. Our parents never spit on us. And how many lack of respect we have. Unreal. What a shame. We had so much good life. We are so lucky that we have such a great parents. And we are chutzpanim on a daily basis, minimum 3 to 5 times a day. I'm not asking you if your parents, God forbid if your parents will tell you, we have no money to pay you to get married in Elajo, Balajo, Shmalajo. Why? You never like me. Don't come to my weddings. I will make the weddings. That they owe you anything? I don't understand. It's not enough that you are alive because of them? All the night that they didn't sleep because of you? The hospital times, and the schools, and the tuition, especially Shevach. It was a nice tuition. And how do you call it? The other school, Baruch Hashem, Bnot Malka, North Shore, this is the The one that retired at the age of 30, no, sure, he's retired. The one that came in the chapel. The one that made it in life. Wait. All of this was not good enough. Our parents did so much good. Do you know why we brought a goyim? Dani, listen how deep is that. Eliyahu, listen to this. Because the only claim that goyim have against us is in this mitzvah. Kibud Urim. If we are good in Kibud Urim, they will never have nothing against us. If we are good, they will never win against us in anything. The reason that the Arabic world and the Christianity world still exist and so strong, especially right now in Machshimam, the Arabs that are going against us. Oh, all the Arabs in the world. Many people ask me, Rabbi, what's the blessing that the Arabs have? Unlimited blessing of Gazalin. Gazalin meaning unlimited wealth that have nothing to do with the brain. You grow up in a country that have Gazalin, you have no money. All day long. Kuwait, Dubai, and all these countries. They don't have to come in with invention, Bitcoin, Schmitcoin, they are the owner of Bitcoin, even though that they don't even know what's Bitcoin. But they have most of the money over there. Why? Why do these Arabs have unlimited money? The Zohar Kadosh writes, the Arabic nation, the Muslim nation, have two mitzvot. The Brit Milah that they accept, for the ladies it's a niyut, and for the men it's Brit Milah. This is one mitzvah and one mitzvah. And the second and the most important mitzvah, Kibud Urim. Wow. They went above and behind. Go and tell Arabic person something against his parents. Why? Last time you came, right away, send you Rahmat Kona to Gan Eden. You don't have to wait. Allahu Akbar. A minute later, you can hear the boom bam and Hashem Melech, Hashem Eliyahu Kapara, I'm on the way to you. I'm on the way to you. Do you know what's mean for them, Kibud Urim? Do you know how we know that? How do we know that? Because in which month Beit HaMikdash got destroyed? Which month? I don't understand. We had two Beit HaMikdash. Why not one in Av, one in Tishrei? Divide. Why the same? Two of them in the same month. Do you know what's Av in Hebrew? What is Av? Av. Menachem Av. What is Av? Av is what? Father. Beautiful. Because of Kibud Urim. You know why they got destroyed? Because of Kibud Urim. Kibud Urim was the mitzvah. Which stone was missing? Do you know which stone was missing? Do you remember the stone that the rabbi came to buy from Dama Benetina the Goy? Which stone was missing? Anyone know? From the tribes of Binyamin. Beautiful. Which stones? The name is very funny. Yishpa. The name of the stone is Yishpa. Which tribes they have it? Binyamin. What's the connection of the tribe of Binyamin? What's the name Yishpa? Do you remember what we said about Binyamin? The only tribe that was perfect in Kibud Urim was Binyamin. And מה זה יש פה? יש פה. You know what means יש פה? You have a mouth. What means you have a mouth? You can answer back. When the Goyim is going to go against you, you say, no. I'm even better in Kibud Urim. You can answer back. What's the name of the month that was destroyed? Menachem Av. Comfort, Father. Be strong in Kibud Urim. Unreal. And this is the reason that they mentioned the Goy. Not because he's the only one. Because the only claim that Goyim have against us is Kibud Urim. If you're perfect in this mitzvah, they will never have a mouth to go against us. If this is so, now we understand why Mordechai came from the tribe of Binyamin. The gene was a perfect gene. And Esther had no father and mother. Because if Esther had a father and mother, maybe even a baby. When a baby is breastfeeding, sometimes he give a bite a little strong. And he make painful to the mother. How do we call it in English? Lack of Kibud Urim. Or sometimes the baby wake up the mother a few times at night. And she doesn't sleep because of him. I know that the mother is happy, but bottom line, she didn't sleep. God said, if I want to save the Jews from Amalek, have to be somebody that never made any mistakes in Kibbutz Urim. Who is the perfect one? Esther. You know why? She never had parents. She never had parents. She's perfect. Because her intention was good. And intention is good, like you fulfill it. So now, if you fulfill it, she won it. And if she won it, God pays like we did it. She is perfect. Why is that? Why is that? Because Amalek is expert in Kibbutz Urim. You know? Esav Arasha, Imach Shimon, every time came to his father Yitzchak, he wear a special clothing, Shabbat clothing. His father asked him to give him a cup of tea. He said, Abba, can you, 10 seconds? He ran away into the room, changed the clothing, came with Shabbat clothing, and gave his father and mother something to drink. Aman Arasha was expert in Kibbutz Urim. How can you win a person that is expert? You know how you can win a person? When you have a person that is perfect in Kibbutz Urim. Because if not, so now we understand part of the story. When exactly we know that we're going to win? You remember Haman took in Mordechai? You remember Haman in the story of the Megillah? He took Mordechai in the house. What did he say? Kacha yaseh laish. You remember Haman took Mordechai? And one of the part of the story is, look like there's no connections. His own daughter took the bucket. Which bucket?
Garbage.
The bucket of the garbage is a nice way to put it. It was not really the garbage, it was the bucket of the toilet. And she took it and she put it on the father, Rahmat Kono. Now why she put it? She never knew that he's the father. She thought that the one that carried is Mordechai. And the one that's sitting is Haman. Obvious. She didn't know that Borei Olam. And this moment we knew that we're going to win. You know why? Because Aman Arasha was expert in Kibbutz Urim. When his daughter made Avera, what's the sin? Lack of Kibbutz Urim. That's it. This is the time that we know we're going to take over. Mitzvah of Kibbutz Urim. So we understand why we have parents. We understand why Kibbutz Urim. What's the connection? Because Kibbutz Urim to Purim. Next question is, why Kibbutz Urim so important to Shidduchim? All of you this year is going to get married to the Amen. We're going to hear in your weddings this year, Kol Sason v'Kol Simcha, Kol Chatan v'Kol Kala L'Des Amen. And if you can tell me what's the connection between honoring your parents to Shidduchim? Anyone here have the answer? Yes?
If you can't respect your parents who do everything for you, they raised you, did everything for you, then how come you're not going to respect your wife or your husband?
Binyamin said of this. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm telling you right now is a secret. A secret for a person that went to so many dates. A secret to a person that was in the age of 27, the last one in the class to get married. So I know the dating systems. So when you told me, Rabbi, it takes me times, I can relate to the pain and I can relate to the patient. And one thing I will tell you about Shidduchim is almost 90% fake news. In Shidduchim, you will never meet the real person. You're dating a fake human being. It's not so nice. And you're not so relaxed. Ladies, let's be honest. You're not so relaxed. Only when you're on a date, you're speaking so nice. Hello. How are we doing today? I'm so happy. After weddings, you're going to reveal the voice. What a voice you have, what a voice. Opera, kapara, מה זה opera, בלגן? Opera is quiet compared to you. But you never see a woman getting upset. It's the same way that you never see a woman eat before weddings. What do you want to eat? Caesar salad. I don't need nothing to eat. After the weddings, shish kebab, shawarma, balagan, steaks, wash peno, shabu, she like this. Before, Caesar salad with it. And she did. I love it. I love it. The same way, ladies, that the man is not really who that he appeared to be. He's not rich, so rich like he claimed, even though he's driving $1 million car, and even though he wear a watch, Maybe the watch is borrowed and the car is not here, it's a rental car. So when you get in the car, wow, he's making it, it's America, he opened the roof. It's fake news. And not only that, it's not so nice. It's not so large in his nature. Maybe before weddings, he take you to La Bonnière, La Marais, how do you call it? Reserve card, America card, reserve card. After marriage, lunch special, $9.99. And he asks you to pay half, You're laughing right now. It's good that you're laughing. I hope that you're going to engrave the message behind the laugh. Because what I said is real. It's all fake. 90% of the date is fake. You're faking and he's faking. Opening the door, flowers every Fridays. It's not going to happen after marriage, I'm sorry. Nobody will open your doors. Just wake up and smell the coffee. Welcome to America. Now, before he's going to open the door and he's going to speak so nice, and when somebody will cut him in the road, how come he didn't see me? Perhaps next time he's going to drive better. Perhaps which way? If you're not in the car, he will open the door and he will bless him, and his grandfather Ahmad Konon, Babo Konon, until Avraham Avinu. 5 minutes blessing. Only because you're in a car, he never get upset, and he never curses, only blessed people. It's a fake news. So how do you know who's the real person? So every class you're going to go, he's going to tell you, all the rabbis will repeat something else, today I'm going to tell you something different. Because of that, you're coming into the BJCC, Youth Minyan Pro, the place to be. I'm going to tell you something that nobody has said. Every rabbi will tell you to check the human being, a man or woman. You have to go in and to do what? Test them with money, test them with anger, give him to be drunk. Beautiful. I tell you no. You want to know who is your wife, who is your husband? Try to verify it and see how did he behave with his mother. How did she behave with the father? If she did not respect her father, 100% she will never respect you. I'm sorry to tell you. Bad news, run away. If she doesn't know, why you talk to me like this? Why are you talking to me? Why are you getting about? Quiet, run away. She's going to do it to you 10 times worse. Because if she cannot respect the person that brought her into the world, she will never respect you. The reason that she will respect you, only because she wants to get married with you. If he cannot respect his mother, if he acts with his mother like nobody, he will never respect you. You will never become better from his mother, just for you to know. So wake up and smell the coffee. You want to check what's the real good, what's the real news, what's the real human being? Check him on this area. Kibud Orim. Yes, Reb Chaim Kanevsky writes, a woman you check by tzeniut, modesty of clothing, modesty of speaking, and a man you check by studying Torah, or being large, behemet being large, not to have stinginess or anger issues. But what I tell you today is different. Check each other in this mitzvah. If he is good in this mitzvah, A, is a good man, and B, he will always going to respect you. This is his character. If he is bad in Kibud Orim, run away. You will never become better. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Don't say that the rabbi never told you this advice. This advice is a life-changing advice. If the guy is bad with his parents, it will be 10 times worse with you. Yeah, it's going to take him maybe 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 years. A minute is going to get used to it. He's going to reveal his real side, and then it's going to be too late. Because you have 2 to 3 children inside. And then you're going to be stuck until 120 with this low life. Monster human being. But it was so nice before the wedding. It was so polite. It was so welcoming and so listening. It was so sincere and sensitive. Fake news. Anything that you see before wedding is fake. Fake. Because of that, it's so important to get married. Because the only time that you get to know a person is to, you see, in the secular world, they dating each other 6 years, 8 years. They live like husband and wife. 1 month after they get married, they divorce. Rate of divorce, 80%. I don't understand. You date with the guy 8 years. Anything that you do before weddings is fake news. Unreal, huh? Even 8 years. Fake news. Fake news. After wedding, a person really revealed the real side. So if you ask me why this class is so important for each one of us, especially for you, the young, beautiful, and smart and talented, because Kibud Orim is the only way to check your next or your future husband and wife. The only one to check. The best way, the best measurement that you can check if the person is good or not, if she is good with the parents. They're going to have 20 answers. No, my father is like this. Houston, we have a problem. If a person is bad with his parents or his mother or his father, something is wrong. And I'm talking to vice versa, men or ladies. So now that we understand why do we need the parents, now that we understand why the parents is, what's the connection between parents and Purim? We just left Purim. Now that we understand why it's important for us to respect parents, why it's important. So what is respect of the parents? Literally, what do you have to do? What do we have to do to respect parents? Anyone here can answer? The Torah said twice, Ish avi v'imo tirau, or kabed et avicha ve'et imecha. One of them talking about fear of your parents. The other one is talking about respecting your parents. Shlomo, perhaps, what's the difference between fear and respect? How do you know that this act is fear and this one is respect? Anyone here know? Mrs. Rachel from Shevach? Yes. Fear meaning you're not allowed to stand up in the place of your parents. If your father have a permanent place that he stand up in the house, you cannot be in that spot. Obvious, you cannot sit in the chair of your parents. You can ask them permission, but you cannot sit without permission. You cannot sit in the place of your parents. If they have a special chairs, you have to. My son came to me and I love it. You know me, I'm always giving Rashet Avot, Aknorim. You're gonna tell me the names, I will always gonna tell you. You write the name? Always. So my son came to me and said, Abba, I have something for you. What? I said, what? He said, Esh, what is fire? So what is father? What is a fire? He said, Aleph is my father's name, and Shin, my mother. He didn't want to say the names, because you're not allowed to mention the name of your parents. Aleph is my father's name, Asher. My name is Asher. Shin is my wife's name, Shlomit. Esh. So but my son didn't say our name. What he said? Esh is my father's name and my mother's name. In order not to mention, you cannot mention the name of your parents. Obvious. You cannot tell your parents you're wrong. Wow. How many times we do it? Ima, you're wrong. Don't tell me what to do. I know better from you. You are old tradition portion. Very old. From the 1700s. Now we are 2022, 23, 23 or 24? 24, which time is fine. 2024. You're not allowed to tell your parents you are wrong. Next. You cannot tell your parents you're right. You know, Ima, you're right. What you said is, why not? Because like she needs your permission. Right? Something that we're doing in the pen. It's something that we're doing on a daily basis. This is what we call fear. What do we call respect? Respect meaning to feed your parents. To feed your parents. Was a rabbi. His name is Avimi. The Gemara said he was life example for Kibud Orim. This rabbi had 5 children. And every time his parents used to knock the doors, he told his children, do not open the door, I'm running. He's running, Abba, I'm on the way. Why do you have to scream? In order for the father not to wait. You know, he's waiting a few seconds, not to feel that somebody forgot about him. Abba, I'm on the way. And he's the only one that opened the door. One day, the Gemara said, Avimi came in, and he came in to his father, and his father asked him for a glass of water. He held the water, his father fell to sleep. You know what Avimi did? He was there until his father wake up. I don't know, maybe for 20 minutes, maybe 1 hour.
He got cold, no?
Yes, but he was waiting for his father to get the water. He said, my father asked me. And that moment the Gemara said, he got answer from Shamayim. And the question that he had. Beautiful, beautiful stories. But to show you the kibud urim that our sages had. Meaning, to give him to eat, to give them, to dress him when your father is, or your mother, old people, somebody need to put clothing on them, mitzvat kibud urim, to take him out of the house, to bring him into your house. All of this is a practical halachot, to stand up every time your parents is coming, to stand up every time your parents is coming. How many of us really stand up in front of our parents? This is the right, Rabotai, this mitzvah. He's the only mitzvah that guarantees us a long life and a happy life. One of the only mitzvot that we have a long life guarantee and a happy life. The Ben Ish Chai writes, long life doesn't mean only in this world, even in the next world. How can it be long life in the next world? Do you know what the Ben Ish Chai writes beautiful? He said long life in the best world, meaning that you will never need to come back here. If you are honoring your parents to the top, you made the tikkun. Even though maybe you're weak in Shabbat, you're weak in Kashrut, but if you are good with your parents, they will never bring you back for another 800 years to come again and again and again. That's it. You finish everything. So this is, what is kibud urim? Even if they took your money, Daniel, and they throw it to the rivers. Mama. Or they put it in the ashes, and they're taking all the money that you made. Why? I say already Daniel is doing yoga. Why? Rabbi, first of all, it's going to take him 3 hours to burn all my money. It took me 5 years to make it, but it's going to take him 3 hours minimum. Thank God, God bless you. And second, why are you not going to react? Daniel, you cannot react. Shlomo, you hear that? How important is kibud urim? This is what Chazal is teaching us. This mitzvah is one of the most difficult mitzvot that we have. I will tell you a story that the Gemara said. Shocking story. If the Gemara never mentioned this mitzvah, this story, I will never share it. Shocking story. It was a father. Maybe if you can come in and close the door, please. They have enough space here, please. Thank you, Benjamin. His wife never knew that he had such a voice before. Don't worry. I know him. He told me that. He said, Rabbi, he never told my wife that I was me. Baruch Hashem. Okay? Now, where we are in the story. Listen to the story. It was once, the Gemara said, a man that had 11 children. 10 boys and 1 girl. One day, he was walking on the house. And he heard his wife talking to his daughter. She doesn't know that he's listening. The story is shocking. And the mother is telling to the daughter, I know that you're cheating on your husband. But why do you have to do it in public? Why you cannot be smart? What a dumb daughter. Continue to cheat, just do it in hidden ways. Do it like what I did. What do you think, that your brother really came from your father? None of them came from the father except one. Why? Okay, obviously the father was not Sephardi. If it was Sephardi, she would see Gan Eden right away. No, but he was not Sephardi. He was most likely Khundur, Ashkenaz. So he had the patient. A nice guy. He didn't say nothing to his wife. He got a heart attack. And he died a few days later. No, broken heart. Do you know what it means to wake up in the morning, God forbid, 10 children, 11, and only one of them is yours? So the Gemara said that after he died, after the 7 days, they opened the will. The will, right? The father was a very rich man. So all the children was waiting for the money. And the father was hiding all my money. The Tesla, and, and the X5, and the X7, and the Patek Philippe, and the Richard, F for Richard, and the building in Manhattan and everything. I'm giving to only one child, my child. Now I'm talking about 2,000 years ago. How do you know who's the child? There's no. Today you're gonna ask Megan to make what's his name, blood test, right? Very easy. How do you call it? How do you call it when you check the
Paternity.
fertility? Fertility, right? Fertility, beautiful. But in that time, there was no fertility and no paternity. Nothing existed. So how do you check? They went to the rabbis. For the Rav, can you tell us what to do? The rabbi said very simple. According to the Kabbalah, the father cannot leave this world without telling you who to share, because now he's making balagan. All of you, included all of you, take a baseball bat and go into the graves. They still didn't put the stones. And go to the grave and beat the grave down. And you don't stop until your father tell you who is the son. All of them went. They give me this. Abba, wake up! Abba, wake up! Who is the son? We need the money. We need the cash. We need all of the poop. The guy is Rahmat Kuna, dead. After 10 hours, nobody talking. They come to the rabbi, all of them like this, barely walking. Rabbi, what kind of advice? The father never wake up. No, Rabbi Binam, the Gemara share. How come the father didn't respond? The rabbi said, you sure that you... No. You didn't follow my instruction. He said, we did exactly what you said. We went in, we bought the closet, we took the closet, we even opened the closet, we give it to him. Nothing. The guy's dead. Dead, you know. We tried to give him a shakin. We put him shakin, nothing. He's dead. Ahmad Kuna dead. So the father said, all of you did it? He said, Rabbi, he's person. You did it, yes. I did it twice. Now the guy said, I did it 3 times. I even pinned him down with the leg. Nothing. There was only one child that stood up over there and said, that you did it? He said, Rabbi, I don't care about the money. How can I beat my father? You're the real child. A real child cannot beat his parents. How many of us beating our parents? Not in the grave, when they're alive. Every time you being chutzpanit or chutzpan to your parents, you beat them down. Every time your parents ask you something and you don't do, you beat them down. Every time you break the Shabbat or you do mitzvah avera and purpose and despite your parents' opinion, you beat them down. Every time you bring a person that they don't like for the right reason, and I'm gonna get married with them against your will, you're not gonna tell me what to do. I know the best what is good for me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you from now, if you don't have the blessing of your parents, do not get married. Bad news. Don't think that you are smarter. Don't think that you are smarter. The only one that care for you and know exactly what is good for you is your parents. If you have any issues, Rabbi, because of money or something, come to me, let me speak with your parents. I will do it gladly. But if they come in for the right reason, and you're thinking that they are wrong, the only one that is wrong is you. Many times, some of my students came to me and said, Rabbi, you can get us married? I said, okay. Yeah, but can you do the wedding quietly? Why quietly? My parents do not agree. I said, I'm not getting you married. I'm sorry. Until I do not get the blessing of your parents, I will never get anyone married. Yes.
I know a lot of situations where the child is religious and the parents are not. And for that, the parents would tell the child, no, don't get married to this person because I don't want a separate wedding and I don't want these kosher problems and I don't want these Shabbat problems.
Very nice. Because of that, in this case, that the reason of the parents is not good enough. They said, kabed et avicha v'et imecha, ish avi v'imo tirau, ani Hashem Elokechem. What's the connection between honoring your parents to I'm God? What, if I'm not God, So then you don't have to respect them. Come, the Gemara said, you have to respect your parents until they ask you something against the will of God. Meaning, if they ask you to break the Shabbat, you have to come to us to Miami. We're flying on Shabbat. You don't have to fly. You cannot disrespect them, but definitely you're not flying. If they tell you don't get married with this person because of a separated wedding, you don't have to listen.
But they can find other issues.
Don't listen. This is something else. Because of that, the job of the rabbi is to decide which issue is right, which issue is wrong. In this case, you call the rabbis and let them speak to your parents. In 10 minutes, with Hashem help, we can convince them to be lucky to come to this wedding. We have our ways, don't worry. But not you, somebody else. Behemet, you have to understand. Not from a bad intention. Our parents do not really care about us regarding to the weddings. They're doing the weddings for themselves. Happen to be that you're there. Because of that is so important, the mixed dancing, because they want to mix dance. Because of that is so important not to leave you nothing after the weddings, because all the gifts coming in to them to pay the weddings. And with my father and my father-in-law, my mother and my mother-in-law, all the gift of the wedding came to us. We had for 2 or 3 years money to live quietly, with no pressure. This is the deal. We're doing weddings for our children. Let them enjoy the money. Let them have. You want to buy a house, you want to start life good. You know what Bukhari is doing? They're making fancy weddings, and with the gift they pay. Why do you pay the weddings? So what's the benefit for me? Nothing. The benefit that you come in, you dance, you take a few pictures, and that's it. The wedding is for us. You don't tell us what to do in the weddings. Everything is for us. This is the mistakes. And this is huge mistakes, I agree. I agree with it. So don't do it in a large, do it simple, and give me some gift, no? Either a large or either nothing. But why are we doing it in a large? You don't have money. No, we have the gift. But the gift is for me. No, the gift is not for you. The gift is for us. And we're giving the gift to the Khatan V'Kala, we're giving it to the father. We're giving it to the Khatan V'Kala. And our community, because we're doing it, we're forced to do, because of a show-off, because we have to put that we are rich, and every plate is $350, and then we have to put flowers of $100,000 and all this, but you don't have the money. I just spoke right now with the ladies. I said, it's going to take your father 5 years to pay these weddings. Why that your father is doing it? There's no explanation. Show off. Simple show off. Come on. So somebody have to put sense in your parents, and it's not you. It's us. Because you cannot be chutzpanit, even if you're right. You have to be quiet to accept what your parents is doing and to give the rabbis to do the job. Because of that, we're coming into the pictures. I agree. It's a beautiful questions, but for us to know. So we spoke about the how do you call it? Kibudurim. And last but not least, I will tell you that to respect your parents is to respect the partner of God. To respect the partner of God. And the parents have so much power. They are some of the partner of Borei Olam in new creation. 3 partners Hashem have. Abba, Ima, and Borei Olam. God giving the soul. The father bring the bones, and the mother give the vein. So why do we need parents in order to have appreciation? What's the connection between parents to Purim? Very simple. And Purim, in order to win Aman Rasha Amalek, that was expert in Kibbudurim, we have to have somebody that is expert in Kibbudurim. What's the name of this expert? What's the name of this expert? Esther ben Mordechai. What's the message for us and from Kibbudurim? Very simple. The only way to check up who is going to be your spouse in Kibbudurim. And now what do we have to do in order to respect our parents is do not argue, do not be chutzpanim, do not sit in their set, do not stand up in their place. Stand up when they're walking, give them to eat, give them to drink, do whatever you can do, and if you can do it alone, if the only fight between the sisters, Ima, if the only fight between the sisters was always going to make you coffee, tea, or food, or move aside, I want to do this mitzvah. This is a Jewish home. A Jewish home is a fight And the fight is not who is going to be more lazy, who is not going to do. The fight is who is going to be lucky enough to be married to do this mitzvah. What's the payment of this mitzvah? Long life and a healthy life. Years to come. My mother always said that the zchut that she have is because of Kibbud Orim. Because she, my mother, I never saw it before. All my life, I never saw something like this. And the highest levels, people that they are successful, if you're going to check them, you're going to realize that all of them had something in common. What do you call it? Kibbud Orim. The Almighty God will give all of us to be mitchazkim in this mitzvah, honoring your parents. Even after you get married, remember, do not leave the parents behind. Even after you get married, you have to remember the Kibbud Orim. You're going to respect your parents. Your children will respect you. What goes around comes around. You're going to respect your parents. Or your spouse is going to respect the parents. He will always going to respect you and cherish you. When a person have appreciation, he will have appreciation to you. Until now, after 23 years, my wife never changed. Always said please and thank you. Something that we always said only in the first month or two. After that, we get used to. Nobody said thank you. Nobody said please. We get used to. No. A person that have the ability, a person that is expert. Every time when people come to me and say, Rabbi Vaknin, which job I'm going to choose? Which career I'm going to pursue? I said, which one your parents were willing to give the blessing? Follow this one. You know why? Because Borei Olam will put the blessing in you. If you can convince your parents that your career is better, get the blessing. Every Friday, sometimes twice a week, I'm calling to my mother just to get a blessing. The best blessing in the world. When the Chazon Ish, I have a person that came in, one of the biggest rabbis, the Chazon Ish, a person came to him and get a blessing. The Chazon Ish said, how much money is going to cost you the ticket to come to me? He said, it cost me $3,500. And how much money you give donation to all the rabbis that you made? He said, another $15,000. He said, $18,000 you spent? When is the last time that you spent on your father $18,000? I never remember. He said, next time don't spend money and don't come from America. Go and respect your parents and get them blessing. His blessing is the best blessing to him. The Lubavitcher Rebbe, every time he stood up next to his mother said, I know that my son never put his back to me. When he moved to a table, he used to move in a funny ways. And nobody understands why the Rebbe is moving in a strange way. You know why? Because he didn't want to go like this and to put his back on his mother. So he was going around. This way he will never put his back on his mother. How much sensitivity and sincerity our Gedolei Israel had with the parents. Remember, God will bless all of you to get married this year and to get married with the right person for you. If you're going to increase, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, obvious and definitely one of the most difficult one is Kibbud Orim. To respect your parents, respect Hashem, and Borei Olam will give you unlimited respect, kavod, wealth and happiness. Thank you very much. My name is Rabbi Asher Vaknin, and I approve this message. Thank you, ladies, for coming.
Thank you.
You're right now,
Yes.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Thank you.